Hey, y'all, I'm Shane Sams, the host of the Flipped Lifestyle Podcast and the leader of the Flipped Lifestyle community. And in this special training today, I'm going to help you choose a winning idea for your online business. You got to get your idea to market if you're going to make any money of it. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Welcome to the Flipped Lifestyle Podcast, where life always comes before work. We're your hosts, Shane and Jocelyn Sams. We're a real family that figured out how to make our entire living online. And now we help other families do the same. Are you ready to flip your life? All right, let's get started. Now, when I first started my online journey, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I had no idea how I was going to make money online. I didn't know what I could offer to the world. You see, I had bought in my whole life to this, go to college, get a job, pick a career once, just stay in it until you're dead. Right? We were sold out to that. I was a school teacher. My wife was an elementary school librarian, and we were just all in on that story of what our life needed to be. But when we realized that there were other things out there were other ways to make money, there were other ways to earn a living, there were other ways to do things, we tried to find our own idea. And we tried a bunch of ideas first, guys. And it was all offline stuff that we tried in the beginning. I thought that I was going to be a big pressure washer and a lawnmower, and I could go out and do handyman work for all the people in town in my free time, right? That was how I was going to build a side hustle that could turn into something different. But then I realized I hate it. I can't do that work, and I'm not a good handyman. I could barely put together a Lego set when they've got the instructions, let alone build something for somebody. There's no way I'm going to put together decks. There's no way I'm going to fix toilets. I can't even mow the grass straight, guys. That's what I'm talking about. So that we ruled that out really, really quick. Jocelyn, when she tried to get a little entrepreneurial spirit going, my wife in the beginning, she thought she was going to sew curtains and she was going to sell them. But these were like special curtains. They were for French doors. So they would fit the thing with Velcro and they would roll down and roll up, and it was going to be just absolutely gorgeous and beautiful. So we went out and we bought a sewing machine, and we bought the materials, and we bought patterns, and we looked online for tutorials. And the problem was, it took Jocelyn like 30 hours to sew one curtain. She couldn't. When we tried to sell them on eBay, nobody would buy it, or when they did, we barely made any profit. We'd make like $20 for 30 hours of work. And I was like, you know what? I just don't think that's gonna make it, honey. I don't think that's gonna replace our income and help us move forward. So we started researching online business, started listening to these new podcasts that were talking about business. We started looking at how other people were making money on the internet besides selling things on eBay, right? And one day, while I was ironically cutting my grass, I was out on my lawnmower and I was driving around. I was listening to podcasts, and I'd found this new podcaster. He was only a few episodes in at the time, and his name was Pat Flynn, and he had a podcast called the Smart Passive Income Podcast. And I thought, man, that sounds interesting. What if I could make money 24/7? What if I could be asleep and somehow people still give me money? Passive income sounds cool. So I go down the rabbit hole and I check this guy's website out, and he's got a picture there of his son. And me and Pat are close to the same age. I'm a little older than him. His kid's a little younger than mine. But I had a son. My why was my son. I had a big dream to always be there for my son and be able to provide my kids a better life. And I thought, wow, this guy's cool. I'm going to check him out. And I just happened to download the exact episode. It wasn't his first episode. It happened later. But it was where he told about how he started making money online. You see, Pat was a trained architect, and he had learned how to be a certified architect by passing this architect exam that let him go out and pass that test. And he had created this blog way back in the day where he was just documenting what he did. And he inadvertently created basically a study guide for this architecture exam that other people could use so that they could pass it too, so that they could go out and become certified architects. He put this out there to his followers, to the people that came to his blog, and he said, hey, if I put this together in a nice, neat package where you could organize it, you could look through it, and you could study it, it'll just be a PDF, but I'll send you the PDF if you'll send me $50. And a couple months before this, I had been in the car with Jocelyn, and I was trying to figure out how to replace my income. We made together about $5,000 a month at the time through our real jobs. And I said, Jocelyn, what if I could get 100 people to give me $50 a month? That'd be $60,000 a year. We could quit our job if we did that. We just need an idea. And she said, yeah, but how are you going to do that? Like, what's your idea? And I'm like, I don't know. give me a few more months and I'll figure that out too. Right. So here I am on this lawnmower and I hear this guy and I'm leaning in now and I'm kind of driving a little slower on the lawnmower. I'm not really looking where I'm going. I mean, I might be running over toys and animals and anything else because I'm just not paying attention. I'm like leaning in like, what? You're going to sell this for like $50 to an audience and they might send money to you? And he talks about how he launches it and he gets it out there. And wouldn't you know it, he made like $9,000. That was almost double my goal, all for sending people a PayPal link. They sent him money and he emailed them this PDF and he just gave them the content that they wanted. And I hit the brakes on that lawnmower. I about ran it off a cliff and I jumped off. That lawnmower may still be going out in the hills of Kentucky somewhere, guys, just driving by itself because I didn't even care anymore. I ran inside to Jocelyn, busted through the back door. And I said, Jocelyn, this is it. This is how we're going to do it. I figured out how to make 100 people give me $50 a month. We just put the things that we know. We take our life experiences. We turn them into trainings and teachings and things like that. Stuff like we do at school. We just teach people, right? But we're going to teach adults instead of kids. And we're going to give it to them. And they're going to send us $50. We'll get 100 of them. And it'll be great. We'll be able to quit our jobs. We'll be able to go to the moon. It'll be amazing. And then Jocelyn looked at me and she kind of squinted and she said, that's great, Shane. Show me if you can do it. And then I'll get on board. Now go mow the grass because lunch is almost ready. So she just like doused me with a glass of water. But now I had a goal, right? I had to go find my idea. And I had to convince Jocelyn that she had ideas too. And I would do that. I came out and I figured out, hey, I'm a football coach. I can sell playbooks. We figured out Jocelyn was an elementary librarian. She can do lesson plans. I bet there's a lot of librarians out there that don't want to make lesson plans. So we just took what we knew, turned it into products, put it out into the marketplace. And wouldn't you know it, we took our idea to market. We launched our business. We made $2,500 the first month, $3,000. And this was just very small audience. We only had a couple hundred people on an email list at the time. Then it was 5,000, 15,000 in July of 2013, $36,000 in August of 2013. And we quit our jobs in September of 2013. And we have never looked back, all because we found our idea. We took action and we put it out into the marketplace for a customer that had a problem that we could solve. So what I want to help you do today is I want to give you, if you're struggling with an idea, or maybe you've got tons of ideas in your head right now while you're driving around, while you're watching this at home, while you're looking at this screen, or maybe you're just listening to it in the background, I want to help you find an idea for your online business so that you can go out and take action and build it and change your family's future. I'm going to give you 3 tips for picking your idea. All right. Number 1, focus on what you know, not what you love. How many podcasts have you listened to where the guru gets on there and goes, follow your passions and the money will follow? Well, what if my passion is, doing snow angels in Antarctica? I don't think I'm going to be making enough money off that. I don't think there's going to be a live cam watching me do snow angels in Antarctica, right? What if my passion is walking on a beach in Bali with sipping on a cocktail with the woman I love? Now that's going to be fun, but I tell you right now, they're going to charge you some money to get on that airplane and get to Bali, right? It's not going to be free, and nobody's going to watch you on the webcam walking down the beach in Bali. And we get painted and we get sold this dream that if you just focus on things you love, everything's going to work out. If you build it, they will come. Well, I can tell you that right now, guys, after coaching 3,000 people in the Flipped Lifestyle community, after talking to tens of thousands of people on the Flipped Lifestyle podcast for the past however many years, I don't even know how many it is anymore. I can tell you right now, those are few and far between. Those are 1 in a million, right? That's not always going to happen right out of the gate. You got to focus on what you know first, so you'll be confident, so you can build it fast, so you can learn the process. And when you do that, you'll get to do what you love later. Now, I liked football. I enjoyed football, but it wasn't my deepest, darkest passion in the world, right? I just did it because I knew it, and I already had some of the materials that I could sell immediately. I could succeed faster by focusing on what I know, my life experience, the wisdom, the knowledge that I had already accumulated. I didn't have to build anything else. Jocelyn definitely wasn't passionate about being a librarian. The reason she became a librarian, she's an MBA school dropout. She switched over to library media specialist because we were going to be on the same schedule. And if we ever moved from my football coaching career, she could find a job fast. But we focused on what we had great experience with, what we could talk for 30 minutes on a stage without a plan, without a script. Just give me a mic and I'm going to go. And that allowed us to fail fast. That allowed us to go out and succeed quickly. That allowed us to try things and do things and not worry about it. And we could focus our attention on learning the systems that you have to have. How do you build a website? How do you get an email list collected? How do you manage a database? How do you build sales funnels? So focus on what you know at first. You're going to succeed faster. And even if it's something you don't want to do forever, it's going to create the income and the margin and the time that will help you succeed faster and at least learn how to use all the systems. So when you're ready to attack those things you love, that's going to happen. I love the Flipped Lifestyle podcast. I love the Flipped Lifestyle community. I love all of our trainings. I am so glad that I'm here in your earbuds today or wherever you are listening to me, because it is my passion to help people in this work. It's my passion to help people start a membership site. It's my passion to change families' futures. And it really, really is. But I had to get to a point where I could do that. And if you focus on what you know, you're going to get there a lot faster. Number 2, before you start any membership, before you start any online business, you need to research that business and you need to make sure that somebody somewhere is making money online. See, competition is a good thing. That means there's a market. That means there's a customer. That means there's money to be made. And you just got to go out and figure out where you fit your niche in that particular market. I knew that people were selling football playbooks. I knew that people were selling football videos. I knew that people were selling practice scripts. How I had bought them. I was the customer. When I went to Amazon and I searched for books in my space, there were always books about being a better football coach, running an offense or running a defense. We knew there were teachers and librarians out there buying lesson plans. There's marketplaces like Teachers Pay Teachers specifically for this, right? So we knew this was happening every day. All we had to do was figure out how to package our product, put it together, and get into the game. We had to get off the sidelines. So go to Google and search for your niche, right? Whatever you're in. If you're into pottery, if you're into sewing, if you're into teaching people how to play guitar, whatever it is, go search for it in Google. If you see other people selling things, if you see ads being ran, right? Because if somebody's spending money on ads, that probably means that they're making money on the other side. Then you're in a good, you can really quickly gauge, hey, there's a market for this. There's people making money. I want to go make some of that money. Go search for Amazon. If people have written books and they're selling the books, they're probably making money. It takes a long time, a lot of effort to get a book out to market. If you see books with reviews in your space that are being charged real money for, you've probably got a good idea on your hands that you should pursue. Don't be afraid of competition. Lean into it. Realize you have found the fishing hole. You just got to find your place out on the lake, and you got to go out and get some of them fish, right? So research and make sure there's competition. And finally, make a decision on an idea and take it to market. Remember, we're not looking for home runs out of the gate. This is not the last attempt you're ever going to get. It's not the only attempt you're going to get. And in fact, it's just like baseball. If you go to the plate and keep swinging, you're eventually going to get a single and then a double. Occasionally, we're going to hit a home run. And that's what we're looking for. If you're a baseball player, you only got to be right 30% of the time to make it in the Hall of Fame. And it's the same thing with business. Your first idea may not be the craziest, best idea ever, but you're going to pick up skills, gain wisdom, learn knowledge, and you're going to learn how to build things fast. You're going to start getting traction and start getting consistent. And then all of a sudden things are going to take off. Or when you're ready to pivot in the future, you're going to have the skill set that you've built up in that first idea to try the next idea. Go out there and pick something. Just start. Just get it out there. Live and learn. Nothing ever is permanent. You can replace your idea later. You can change your idea later. You can pivot your idea later. And it's never a waste of time. The most important thing is speed to market. Don't be sitting here a year from now still wrestling with your idea. Don't be sitting here a year from now saying, boy, I've had 5 ideas this year, but I haven't tried any of them. So I don't know if this thing works or not for me. Do what it takes. Sign up for coaching and training, right? Get in the community. Take the courses. Sign up for your website. Get a domain and buy Kajabi. flippedlifestyle.com/Kajabi. Do it. Put it out there. See what happens. You can always change it later. So I hope that helped you kind of crystallize what you need to do to take action on your ideas, on how to pick an idea, on how to research your idea, on how to get your idea actually out into the world, because the only way you'll ever know is if you release a version of that idea and you see if people will vote with their time and their money. And you need to get that thing out there. I hope today's training helped you start thinking about your ideas in a little bit different way. I want to let you know we've got a lot more training inside of the Flipped Lifestyle Blueprint in the Flipped Lifestyle community. We've got 3 30 to 45 minute trainings that will tell you exactly how to figure out what your God-given talents, experiences, and all that wisdom inside of you is. We've got courses that will help you get deep into that research, keyword research. You're going to figure out how to research in Google, how to research in Amazon. That's in the Flipped Lifestyle Blueprint. It's included with your membership. And also how to make that decision when you got multiple ideas. How do I pick the right one, quote unquote, to really take action on and to go after? We can help you there. We can also help you in the community forums. If you like some more training, like some more help, our team is always in there to help you make those great decisions. Plus, we have those live Q&As every single week. So if you are already a member, all of our mindset trainings right now are in your product library. You can go take more mindset trainings, or you can get in there in the Flip Lifestyle Blueprint right now, and you can take action on your idea so that you can put it out in the market. You can start making money, and you can start building a better future for your family. And if you're listening to this anywhere else at any other time, if you're not a member, go to flippedlifestyle.com/free. You can join us today for all the fun. That's all the time I've got for this training. Hope it helped you pick and choose and take action on your idea. Until next time, do whatever it takes to flip your life. Thanks for listening and watching.